So how do
Yeah.
how do they go about finding someone like that's a really good fit for therapy?
Yeah, so I would look at there's a few things, and I have a few blog pieces of like blog content on my website about this
Oh,
too,
okay,
because it's
good.
so important. I would look at, searching for, I mean, if it's trauma related, right, or life transitions or, grief and loss, right? And sometimes trauma is intertwined with grief and loss. So trying to pick out like what are those big categories and searching for a therapist that specifically works in those areas. So a trauma therapist or grief and loss therapist, or maybe it's even a little bit more specific where it's like infant loss, right?
Hmm.
Um, or even like IVF related therapist, right? Like whatever
Right.
whatever it might be. I'm just giving some examples, right? TBI therapist. That somebody understands that process, and then also looking at their license, looking at their years of experience, and then also their training level, right? I think a lot a lot of schooling stops with a degree, but then there are the therapists that continuously keep growing clinically. And those
Hmm.
skills are going to be very advantageous to help the healing, the stress release, all of those different things that show up in specifically trauma therapy or TBI therapy. So looking for those pieces. And then my last plug on that, or actually two plugs. One, if they have like reviews, right? Check out their reviews to see what people are saying. Uh,
Hmm.
Two is most therapists offer a 15 to 20-minute free consultation call, right? To make sure that you're a good fit to work together
Hmm.
and use that and ask some of those questions, right? And not only can they answer your questions, but do you feel like you can relate to them?
Hmm.
And because therapy is a relational process. And if it's just like talking to, working with like a concrete wall, it's probably not going to be beneficial, right?
Yeah,
If
that
you
makes
can
sense.
if you can jive with that person, then that's also a very good indicator, right?